the end of 2006, I did also an interview with you, but it was with Chris and Michael.
Gotcha.
And it was end of 2006 in Amsterdam, and I got the idea that you were a bit tour sick around that time.
Yeah.
Can you remember how you felt back then?
Yeah. I mean, you know, we had been on tour for about 20 months at that point. And, you know, it was good because, you know, every tour that we did was bigger and bigger and bigger. So, I mean, we knew that it was worth it that we were doing it, but, you know, just the fact that you have to try to pack as much touring as you can into a small amount of time as possible. Like, you know, we didn't want to be on tour for 3 years and have it broken up into tiny bits. We wanted to get to work on our next record. So we sort of just did it all straight without really any vacation at all for almost 2 years. So I think, you know, I think we were just tired of, you know, there is a pretty specific mundane routine to touring. You know, you get to the venue at 11 in the morning or something like that, and then you just have all day essentially to kill, because, you know, usually you don't have any real transportation. I mean, you have a bus, but you can't get around town on the bus. So usually you're kind of stranded at the venue, and, you know, you have stuff you have to do all day, like interviews and sound check, and they're usually, you know, usually you'll have maybe an hour maximum of time at any period. You know, that's the longest stretch you'll have, so you can't really do that much. So, you know, it gets a little boring after a while, and you start just wanting to go home and, like, kind of get on with your real life. So I think that was just it. I mean, it wasn't that we didn't want to be playing shows or anything like that. I think we just needed to not play shows for a little while to get, you know, so that it was special again rather than just the thing we'd been doing every day for 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah, but looking back on it now, the giant tour, a good feeling? Or?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it definitely, it paid off, you know, and it was fun. There were, you know, it was great that we got to, you know, go to Amsterdam 4 times in 2 years or something like that. But yeah, I mean, it was more fatigue than anything that made it hard. You know, we love touring. And you know, once we were done with this record, we couldn't wait to get back on tour. So yeah, no, it was good. It was good.
Okay, and then you got home from the giant tour. When was that? Beginning 2007 or something?
Yeah, I think in December 2006.
Okay.
We finally went home for good.
And how was it?
It was amazing. It was great. I mean, I sort of didn't get any vacation at all because I started working on this new record sort of immediately. You know, because we had started thinking about making the record maybe a year earlier. You know, our old record was already 2 years old by the time we stopped touring. Yeah. So we were definitely ready to start the new record. So the minute we stopped touring, I started working on it immediately. So it didn't really feel like I was on vacation. I mean, it was nice to be at home and have sort of a working routine at home. You know, like I would get up every day and go to our practice space, and like then, you know, at maybe 11 o'clock go get a cup of coffee and lunch somewhere, and then come back to the practice space and work some more, and then at about 5 o'clock, you know, start drinking at bars with friends in the neighborhood.
Music from 9 to 5.
Yeah, pretty much. Which, I mean, it was, you know, I hadn't been used to doing that at all because that wasn't the way we wrote the first record. And then on tour, you know, at least we rarely got the chance to play music when we weren't playing on stage, because, you know, you never really have any privacy. You know, like your dressing room is just sort of public space. So it was nice to just be in a room by myself for the first time with, you know, a drum set, a bass, and a guitar, and keyboards and stuff, and just kind of mess around.